Now Classique Ivory, starting from the outside of the field, led in, goes up there, lights are flashing. B Cox Stakes field set ready now, and they're away and racing. Luciola Badamajo commenced together. Chester Road found his stride very quickly, with Global Flirt pushing up as well to be with these leaders. Mr. Moet sprung the gate smartly. He'll settle down just in behind those, and pushing up near the inside, Bass Straight settling down ahead of Elite Bell. Then came It's a Him. Getting back behind them, God Has Spoken, Red Blast, then Strike the Stars, Operational, and last settling down here at the crossing is Classique Ivory. Out by the 1600 they go, where Chester Road leads the way. Global Flirt settled up running second, Luciola third. On the rails then, Bass Straight fourth. He's got into a nice position after the start from Badamajo. Mr. Moet found himself three deep, though, having to work around them. A length and a half behind those to Red Blast. The speed had dropped off noticeably. Elite Bell's back there midfield. It's a Him's down on the rails next, and then God Has Spoken. The last trio, Strike the Stars, back on the inside of Operational, and a clear last is Classique Ivory. 1100 left to go now, and Chester Road pilots the field from the stablemate. Mr. Moet going up to set at his quarters. The grey mare Luciola at the 1003rd. Over on the outside, Red Blast around them, three off the fence. Again they try to drop the anchor, but Damajo running about fifth. God Has Spoken is next of all. They're being followed further back, at least Bass Straight. Then came on the rails Global Flirt with It's a Him. Over on the outside is Elite Bell. God Has Spoken got back just in behind those outside of Operational. Down on the rails to Strike the Stars and Classique Ivory last of all at the 600 as they work to the side. Chester Road, the leader, still going along pretty sweetly in front. Three quarters, Mr. Moet being heeled along. Red Blast around them, and so's Bass Straight coming into the race four deep. Back on the inside to Luciola, Badamajo and Elite Bell is following Bass Straight to the outside as Pike is about to release the ribbons. It's a Him right behind her on her heels. Chester Road, the leader at the 200 from Red Blast. Bass Straight running on with Elite Bell. Coming to the 150, Red Blast, Elite Bell, Bass Straight the middle, and Red Blast, Elite Bell. Pike's going to do it again. Elite Bell hits the front. She's home in the Cox Stakes. Another one for them. Elite Bell beat Red Blast. Bass Straight or It's a Him. They photoed third together. Mr. Moet, Chester Road, Luciola right behind them from God Has Spoken, Operational. Then came Global Flirt, Badamajo. Followed further back in the field by Strike the Stars and Classique Ivory. Last virtually all of the way. Well, has there been a day like it where all feature race winners on a card have been owned by the same connections, ridden by the same jockey? Extraordinary day. Elite Bell, the Railway Stakes winner, placed in the Kingston Town. Again, Pike, like a Swiss watch, timing his finishing run to absolute perfection. And she has proven too good. So they've won the St Ledger with Real Love earlier on today at listed level. They've also claimed the Crawford Stakes today with Shining Knight. They've taken out the Starstruck with Real Charm. And now the Group 2 race, they've also won with Elite Bell. I think it would have to be a first. 4 feature races, 3 listed, and a Group 2. I know that David Hayes on Derby Day all those years ago celebrated an extraordinary event as a trainer, but as an owner, a one-off owner breeder, and with Pike aboard all of them, this would have to be an unprecedented afternoon. I'd stand corrected, but you simply couldn't recall one quite like it. Elite Bell, the winner of the CB Cox Stakes, by Canny Lad from Mississippi Bell. Bob and Sandra Peters, owner breeders, Grant Williams, W. Pike, and it is very much becoming like Groundhog Day here this afternoon. It's just one after the other. They've won every feature race on the card. There's been 4 today, 4 listed, 1 Group 2, and they've just scooped the pool. They've won the lot. Second is 9 Red Blast, and 7 Bass Straight finishes third from number 10 It's a Him. The time there for the race 2:14.85, so it's well outside the record of Gilded Venom, 2:14.85. The race record of Gilded Venom, 2:08.70. 290 and 150 Elite Bell. Red Blast, 4.10. Bass Straight, $2.10. Well, we'll have to get the historians onto this one because we may have seen a bit of history achieved this afternoon. The last is the B&T Watson Handicap. Over 1,200 metres, number 12 Fringed is the scratching. So 7 races today. Pike has ridden 5 of them. He's won every feature race on the card for the owners, which have shared their success throughout the course of this meeting with 2 trainers, Grant Williams and Adam Durant. An extraordinary achievement today here, ladies and gentlemen. And let's go down to Adam McGrath. I don't know what else could be said, but this is a great mare, the Railway Stakes winner.
Honest, I'm a little bit gobsmacked down here. I know I'm meant to think of questions, but I'm struggling for them, and I just don't know what words can really summarise A, your day, but B, her performance. I mean, going through her campaign as well, to beat Barracky over a 1,200 and now win a 2,100, it's been an amazing performance this campaign so far.
Yeah, she's a great mare, isn't she? I'm very proud of her.
There was a few people, I was one of them as well, that was really worried that she couldn't run out the 2,100 metres and she might be getting tired. You were obviously always very confident.
No, as Grant just said, he wanted to stop, and I said, no, we'll go for this one.
Grant,
the weight for age conditions would suit her. Based on her rating now, that's all she can race in.
Grant told me that your direct quote was, there's no Moriarty and no disposition, so we can win this race, and it's exactly what you've done.
Yeah, it was good, wasn't it?
It certainly has been. What about the day as a whole as well? We know you've done absolutely everything in racing. You've won almost everything there is. Is this one of your better days of all time?
Yeah, I think we've won 3 group or listed races in a day, but never 4.
And what about the training performances, Grant, as well? I know you've got a few with Adam, you've got a few with Grant, but the efforts and work that he's gone as well to get Elite Bell through this campaign, what's your thoughts on what he's been doing?
Yeah, it's a great job they've done, and as you said, she started off in the short ones, and she's finished up at this distance, which is very good.
Bob, congratulations, one of the better days, and I think everybody's in awe of the achievements today.
Thank you. I might be learning a bit.
I might just speak to Grant as well while we're down here, Darren, and Grant, you mentioned that you were happy to tip out after the 1,800. I bet you're glad you went to 21 now.
Yeah, sure am. I thought she'd nearly done enough, and Bob said, yeah, she's going to be in the paddock for a while anyway, so one more ain't going to hurt.
Does the training change from the way that the campaign's gone? As I said, beat Barracky in the 1,200, you've then stepped up to the Lestier, won the Railway, and then third in the Kingston. Do things change to keep going through to get over the 2,100, or she just keeps going about her business as normal?
No, this time we've been at the beach for a couple of weeks just to keep her fresh, and done a super job. She's only had to saddle on a couple of times just for a couple of gallops. Just can't believe it, mate. She's a ripper.
She's an absolute freak, mate. Congratulations on the victory.
Yeah, thanks a lot.